Welcome back to the Catch a Glimpse podcast. We are here on episode 8. Back in the podcast set.
I think so.
I think it's episode 8. What a week it's been. What a couple weeks it's been.
Yeah. Bless you.
God.
Oh, sorry, dude.
We had last week's episode where it was just Crouton and Ruan.
Yeah.
Ryan and Keaton.
I wish we could just do that more.
Okay, guys. Really? I think a lot of people are happy that I'm back. And
Yeah,
I'm back
I mean-
at the set.
Probably.
Guys, what a week it's been. How are you doing? How are we? Are we chillaxing, or are we still on the grind? What's going on?
I checked the Facebook, the last post that we did on the Washington County Fair. It's been 5 days.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's been 5 days. Feels like it's been we just got finished 2 days ago.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's been almost a week since.
Yeah,
already.
the last podcast we filmed Saturday, and then it was uploaded the day after.
Yep.
Same thing with
and-
this one.
What?
Same thing with this one.
Yeah, well, and
No,
now
we're-
this one is actually
good.
after the fair, so now we're done with the fair.
We're done with the fair. I think overall, great experience for us.
I've had so much personal time. It's nice to just watch videos and relax.
Hey, that's for now. Once this thing is really taken off, it's gonna go back to what it was pretty much last week. Maybe not as crazy,
Yeah.
but there's gonna be work that needs to get done.
Well, yeah, if we have another event, yeah, it's going to be like that again.
Mm-hmm.
But all the stuff that we did, pre-event, making sure, we had, the website and
Right.
business cards, brochures,
That's
everything
all
for the
gonna be
booth all
set
set
up
up. That's
for the
already
future
done.
now. Right.
Now that we did it, we're set.
And I think overall it was definitely a success.
Oh, yeah.
We met a ton of people looking for film services. There's our business card. Ryan just threw down on the table. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. Jeez.
Sheesh.
Come grab one from us sometime once we have our own compound.
Go to Frankie's house. Here's the address.
Yeah, here's my address.
It's on
Actually,
screen.
I have proof here, if you're on the YouTubes, of ownership of CEO over Frankie. It actually says Ryan Stork CEO.
No,
instead of
this
Frankie
is
Bright.
a penned in business
So
card.
if you see this,
Mm.
that's
I like that
me.
card.
Like I was saying, the overall experience was great. We met a ton of people looking for film work and promotional work, social media work. So who knows where this is going to take us. We met a ton of people that were interested in our YouTube channel, a ton of people that kind of just scanned our QR code at our tables to see what we were
Yeah.
about, which I appreciate.
And for
because
those who were at the fair and scanned our QR code
Thank
or
you. It was
watching this
great.
now,
Ah.
what's good? This is what we do.
This is us. We're not. It's at the booth. We're there a long amount of time. We're getting very, just tired in general, and most of the days, or obviously only for me, the first day I was business formal,
yeah,
and then I made some mock-ups of Glimpse clothing, so then I was more casual. But you probably didn't see us in the best mood, just because again, long days. But now, if you scan the QR code and you're new and this is your first time watching the podcast because you just came from the county fair, well, thank you for stopping by. That's
Yeah.
amazing. This
Welcome.
is who we are.
and I think we did this. The clothing thing is on the website.
Yeah.
Where you can sign up on our website for a waiting list to hop on to get our clothing that's coming out sometime in the near future. We're not sure when. We're still working on different mock-ups, so we have to look at some things and see what looks good, what doesn't. But I could not be more excited for that aspect. And people were asking, I know I had a couple people ask, we had our hats on display, how much are our hats? And I said, well, they're not for sale right now. You have to go on our website, get on a waiting list, and then
Yeah.
that's how you can purchase them.
It was
But-
a good 5 people that asked how much the hats were. I was
Mm-hmm.
thoroughly
Yeah.
surprised.
And the booth wasn't the only thing we were doing. Like we said, we were doing all the posting on their social media for the county fair, and going around the entire day, getting pictures, videos, interviewing people. I'd say, was fun. It was a lot of work, but it was nice to get outside from the booth.
Yeah, I would say, in looking back at it again, it was a good thing for the company. It was a good experience.
Mm-hmm.
The day before and the first day was like, oh gosh, I'm here, and it's just oh, well, and it's not that the county fair was bad or anything. The county fair was amazing. The events that they had, everything that was planned was really good. It's just booth life is just not the life for me. But it was nice that during parts of booth life, then we had we can go outside, take some pics, take
Right.
some videos, be able to see the events ourselves.
And I don't think that was the exact right event for our booth.
Yeah.
Whereas we talked about many times within the week that we should be at a business convention where or small businesses go to meet other small businesses
Yeah.
and get
We
their
would
name out
thrive
there.
because we literally make short commercials for small businesses.
Yeah, that would
Exactly.
be amazing.
So, like I said, it wasn't the greatest spot for us, but there was a lot of exposure to people. There's some people that even took just business cards and brochures and didn't even say anything.
Yeah,
They just like, or if they would we give them our spiel, and they're like, oh, just in case. And
Yeah.
we like didn't get to communicate with them really, or get to know them based on what they would need. But they just in case they have our stuff and they know who we are. So that's really good.
Yeah, so it was really nice, especially just like meeting even just other business people in general.
I got to meet a Packer player.
Yeah,
Yep.
there was
Got to
a
interview him.
ex-Packer player
Juwan
there.
Harris.
Harris.
Yeah, what
That
a
was
guy.
crazy.
He was on
what's up,
the
Dwan?
team. It's 2012 to 2014.
You watching?
Running back. He was in the XFL, I think, before COVID.
Mm.
So I'm not sure what the whole plan is with the XFL going forward. I think it went bankrupt, but I honestly have no clue if there's plans to bring it back. Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE, started the XFL, but now I hear talks of him selling WWE. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
But speaking of Packers, I think we should be talking about what the news recently happened was.
There,
What was it, like Randall Cobb is now
There's
back
so
on the
much
Packers?
news.
Where was he? Was he
He's on
was
the
he a Buccaneer?
Texans.
It was a Texan. Okay.
So let's break this down.
Imagine.
Right. The last week or couple days before training camp started, it was confirmed that Rodgers was coming back to Green Bay.
Shit.
And I am very happy he's back. The deal was that they're voiding the 2023 year in his contract, which means next season is his last year on the team.
Make it count, Rodgers.
Right. Well, this season might be his last. But anyway, the deal also includes like guarantees that he will be heard and will be part of discussions within the organization about free agents and team moves, as well as the team listening to his issues with them, with the organization. That includes after this season, they're going to review everything, review his situation again. After this season, he will either be traded to another team, cut, or stay with the Packers. And if he stays with the Packers, it's going to be on another restructured contract or maybe an extension. But I don't know what is going to happen. Because if we win the Super Bowl, then I think he might stay.
I think we'd stay 100%.
Well, we need to re-sign Devante Adams as well. He's on his last year of his contract. He wants to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league. And backtracking to Aaron Rodgers, Randall Cobb, yes, part of Aaron coming back to Green Bay included a trade for Randall Cobb. Like that had to happen, or that was something that he wanted because Randall Cobb would be a great piece on the tab of the team, and he is. And I'm happy he's back. I'm not sure what role he'll play, if he'll be more just a veteran leadership.
Know how Aaron plays. He
right.
knows
he's
that
going to be
he
splitting
knows how to
snaps
play.
with Amari Rodgers, who's another player just like him. But I don't know. And Aaron came out in a press conference for, I think it was a half hour, 20 minutes, where he just bashed the front office. He was brutally honest, which needed to happen. And again, I side with him because he wasn't doing this for money. He wasn't doing it because of selfish or bad reasoning. He was doing it for the betterment of the team, of the organization, for his teammates, so that they can be successful. If not then, but also in the future. He's trying to inspire change, is what his words. And then the following day, Brian Gutekunst, our general manager, came out and he gave his same honesty. And they talked about Randall Cobb. And a reporter asked Brian if Randall Cobb would be there if Aaron Rodgers wasn't talking about it. And he said something like, no, he would not be here.
Yeah, he just
otherwise,
said, like,
if Aaron wasn't pulling for him,
into.
then we would not something we would look into.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's just not supporting your players. But again, Rodgers was honest. Brian was honest.
Yeah.
And Rodgers said his relationship with Brian Gutekunst right now is professional at this moment. So I don't know what's going to change. I'm just excited to see what happens this season.
Well, I just like to point out, I think it's just funny that you're like dropping like Aaron quotes. Like, this is what he said.
No, listen,
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I watched all of his interviews the last year. He's my favorite player, and I just think he's a fascinating person overall.
I just want to play like, not devil's advocate, but in a sense, that type of role. And just of, now that I look back on the entire debacle, I do think, of course, what anybody is doing for the Packers is most likely intent-wise, better for the organization. Of course, anybody on the Packers wants the Packers to win. That makes sense. No one's like trying to kill it or anything. The only thing is, looking back at the Aaron Rodgers stuff, his intent is good, and he's just changing the organization, just trying to change how they communicate, because clearly it's not good, because there's so many players. Like, right after Aaron Rodgers was like, is he coming back? Is he not coming back? So many people didn't know. Then it was like Devante Adams was cutting off long-term, relationships and
Because I
stuff
don't
like
think they're
that.
offering him the amount of money he wanted.
Well, yeah, it was, and then,
Understandable.
I mean, he understands that, okay, well, then if Aaron's gone too, that's even worse. I want to
Right.
get out of here more.
Right.
And other players are like that too. And so that's the only thing that I don't like, is that instead of Aaron Rodgers, if this entire thing is about communication, instead of just being like, okay, this is where I stand, it's this or this out in the open, he did it kind of behind closed doors, which I just didn't like too much. And just like, okay, now I'm back for a year, got this new contract, and now Devante Adams is like, well, now maybe I'll stay with the Packers. And it's like you're kind of, not that Aaron Rodgers meant to do this, but the way that it just went down, he kind of inadvertently screwed over his teammates that are like, is he coming back? We don't even know. Like, he's not
Right.
even talking to them, which is kind of annoying.
The problem is between him and the front office, though, and it was leaked out by, it was either Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport, who broke it on draft night, and it was just total BS. Half the situation is just BS. And not that there's not some truth to the things that happen, because there definitely is, trade offers, things like that definitely all happened. But it was a situation between Rodgers and the team that leaked out that became this entire thing. So I wouldn't blame Rodgers per se. It was not his intention to have this whole thing happen. I don't know though. And Devante is tough, because I want him to stay with the team. We need him because he's insanely talented, and he wants to be paid as the number one wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
And from his point of view, there's two point of views to look at here. From his side,
I got a third point of view.
Okay, all right.
When you're done.
From his side, he views that as, I am the best receiver in the league. That means I have earned every single dollar to be paid the highest.
Yeah.
I would agree. That is a very look out for yourself mentality that makes sense. But you look at teams who are winning the Super Bowl, like the Buccaneers, they have key talented players staying there to win by paying or taking a pay cut so that they can stay on a talented team. And that's the other thing I want to look at, because if Devante can see a future in Green Bay, or if he more sided with the team and more sided with the love of the team or for the organization or for the location, maybe he would take a pay cut or hometown discount. And those two sides, just, I don't know which is better or which one I would side with personally.
Well, and that's kind of where my third option is.
Okay.
It's very similar to the second option.
Mm-hmm.
I think, okay, let's put this in perspective. Everybody listening, imagine you're on your favorite sports team, right? Like, this is like your hometown team or the team that you just like the most. And you're like, that's the team I want to be on. That's the team I want to play on. That's the team I want to win championships with, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would 100% sacrifice millions out of pocket just so I could stay on that team, and just to know that millions would then go to get better other players.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I get on the Green Bay Packers, I would know, okay, I could just get paid a ton of cash,
Right.
and then just live life after this. But if I really want to increase the odds of us winning something, I need to take my money and use that to buy better other players.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that is way more of a not even just like a smart move to win championships or win whatever in whatever sports game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But just as I think even like a good personal trait is to be not necessarily share the wealth,
Right.
but just understand that this is for the better of everyone.
And that's kind of the Tom Brady effect, too. He goes to the Buccaneers, on the Patriots for years, and people left and right around him are taking pay cuts to stay with him, to play with him, to win with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's part of his leadership. Most likely is. It definitely has to be, because he personally is taking pay cuts as well. So I think it starts with those leadership positions like from the team. It can't be a coach. It has to be the players that you play with.
Yeah.
So if Rodgers, I know this isn't about money. I don't know. And if his entire career would have taken less money, or if Devante will take less money now to win with this team, I don't know. But the argument is that Rodgers might not be here next season. A lot of our players might be leaving after this season. This might be our last chance to go all the way. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw this TikTok with Brady. You know those like football machines that
I know
like,
what you're
throw
talking
the
about.
ball?
Yeah.
He perfectly caught one, chucked it right back into the machine, it threw it back, looks at the camera, chucks it again, puts it in, and then it falls over and it gets sent up and then right to him. That's just the precision.
I don't know if that video was real.
It's gotta be.
It
right?
looked fairly real, but there was plenty of commercials that were released 10 years ago where they would fake like super cool football things. Like a guy
Rodgers throwing
caught,
the ball right into a moving back of the car.
I don't know if that was a thing. It probably was, but they had a guy like catch a ball through like a drywall, and they had Mason Crosby like kick field goals at a bell tower, and different things like that.
There's always this one baseball clip, and it's like a dude talking to this chick reporter,
And
and
he catches it.
yeah, and he just
That's
like
real.
turns around. And
That's real.
that's
I
real.
don't think
Okay.
that is real.
To me, every time I look at it, I'm like,
There's-
it could be, but also that looks to
It
me
is
fake.
not real.
But-
I guarantee it. I don't know. But to guess to wrap this up, I am just overall excited for Packer football. I'm so excited that football is back. We recently signed another offensive tackle, including Randall Cobb. We changed their contracts up and signed them for pretty cheap, so we still have like $8 to $9 million to work with going into the season. And I think the front office like recognizes this as their last year with this team as well, so I think they're going all in. So I see us adding another big name player before the season starts, which would be very cool.
I want to segue this into talking about like pay cuts for players, which I think is I would say one of the most important things if you're a dedicated to a team to do. I want to bring that over to the Milwaukee Bucks. We have, we won the championship, amazing, love that. Now, this has been like half a week later. All the reports are coming out of like Bobby Portis not wanting to be with the Milwaukee Bucks. He wants to change teams, and to me that's very sad because I really like Bobby Portis.
Everybody does.
I really like him getting a ring, and
The clip
now,
is staged.
Huh?
The
Yeah,
clip
I
is
knew it.
staged.
Okay.
Baseball clip.
And so now he wants to change teams, which is sad to see. And again, I never understand that. Like, if you really like a team, the team really likes you, and especially now that you win a championship, like, wouldn't you want to just like stick with the team for a little while,
Right.
for a little while longer? And it's just sad that he wants to leave. And I think the quote was like, "I've won life on the court. I won like a ring on the court. I want to win in life now," or something like that. So again, because he's not gonna get paid an insane amount, like if he,
Not
I
from
guess,
us.
were to get traded to, I don't even know who would
I think
want him.
Is he? I don't know if he's. I thought this was the last year of his contract, or if he's just on a 1 year, or is he traded to us?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought that he needs to be signed somewhere. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, like if the Bucks wanted, the Bucks could keep him. He just wants to himself go. So it's not that
he actually wants to leave.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, which that's what I'm saying is weird because like we won a championship, but he's just not getting paid, I guess, as much money as he thinks he should.
Right.
But
He
again,
didn't play that much for us.
well, that and just like he's already getting paid good money. So it's like, do you really need more? And that's
Yeah, 'cause
that's
he
the
didn't even-
entire thing
I
about
don't even think he started in our starting lineup when everyone was healthy.
yeah. But that's just the thing I don't like about anybody being, even Devante Adams. I don't care like how insanely talented you are. Again, if you want to win the championships, just take the little cut. You're still rocking away with like a freaking Lambo in your pocket. Like you're fine. But I still understand it. Like what Bobby Porter said, like you want to win in life. So if he wants to make more money to just like better himself off, and then maybe like he's thinking about, I don't know, kids and all that stuff. It makes
I think
sense.
that's the mentality too, because you look at Floyd Mayweather with the Logan Paul fight. Guy had millions already.
Yeah.
Took the fight, and he like his quote was like, "I'm ensuring the future of my children's
Yeah.
children." So that
So
could be the thought. I don't know.
and I with
Bags Mayweather.
I'd probably want more money in any regard.
with NBA, I think it makes sense more to like not take the pay cut or not. Let me rephrase that. I think in NBA it makes more sense to swap teams to get paid more, just because you don't get paid as much in the NBA as you do NFL. But
Right.
it's still sad that he wants to get paid more and that he would leave Milwaukee, because he even says like people bash on Milwaukee too much. Like, this is a place to be. And so I know he likes the place. I know he likes the players. I know he likes the Milwaukee family and stuff. But I understand where he's coming from.
And that's what I don't get about football too. Football is like the most team game out there because it takes everybody's part that's on the field to make a play work.
Yeah.
You know, blockers have to block, QB has to throw, wide receivers have to catch, running backs have to be able to find the hole, have to be able to break tackles to score that touchdown or get the extra yards for the first down. But we pay superstars on each team more than the rest. And you look more at NBA, I don't know the contracts or how tight the pay is there, but they get paid less than football. And you could say the NFL is more popular than the NBA, what have you. But I would think in the NBA, there's more of a chance for one single person to carry a team rather than in football.
Well, yeah, like you can look at like the spreadsheets of contracts and like how much each person gets paid. And of course, like the top people do get considerably more than the bottom people on a team.
Right.
And yeah, with NBA, I mean, it's Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you know, like it's not an insane big star city.
Right.
Like if you compare it to how much probably like the Lakers have
Yeah,
for a budget.
Green Bay too.
So it's just sad that, you know, that's just how it breaks down, I guess. But yeah, I mean, if you were to just compare like an NBA salary to an NFL salary, it's like insane.
Crazy.
But-
Like NFL, I think the minimum is like $700,000, something like that. I don't know. But moving on from sports talk to esports talk, we have the
Esports.
CDL Call of Duty League Stage 5 Major going on right now as we speak. Day 1 happened. LA Thieves were in winners bracket for the first time, and they lost to Toronto Ultra, unfortunately. But it was a very tight game, mostly. I think they went to Game 5, and Toronto's are too good, search and destroy. And that'll happen against them, and then I think the next day, I think we're actually, might be our third day in, but Optic also lost Ultra in winners bracket, and again, it was the search and destroy. It went to Game 5. I think Optic won hardpoint control and the second hardpoint.
Yeah, that's usually how
just hardpoint and control. They lost one hardpoint in both searches.
that's usually how Optic is. Is
Yeah.
that the S&D is a struggle.
I have two things to say on this. Ryan, you look just like Insight from Toronto Ultra. I'm not kidding. You look at his headshot, you shave your beard
Here, I'll
off,
pull it up.
you look a little bit like him. I'm not kidding. Insight from
Hey.
Toronto Ultra, who's also a beast. He has the highest KD in search in the league.
Maybe I am him, and I'm just humble.
Yeah, and that's not how you play with us. So, not that you're bad. You're really good now.
I
I'm not
play
gonna lie.
left-handed when I'm playing with you.
Right,
guys, and
right,
then
right, right.
right-handed
Yeah.
Right,
When I'm
True.
inverted controller.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I flip it upside down.
But the biggest surprise to come from this year or this month's major so far, FaZe lost to Rocker in round 1 of winners.
That's something.
Or round 2 of winners, I think. Something like that. Isn't that crazy?
I can't even
Well,
imagine.
FaZe lost to Optic right before the Stage 5 major started, and I don't know if that like made them lose their swagger a little bit. It wasn't even like a Game 5. Yeah. Do you see it?
Yeah. If you were to shave, you look like that guy.
Exactly.
That looks like Symphony.
No,
No,
it doesn't.
that does
doesn't
not
look
look like
Symphony's
Symphony.
like
not at
facial
all.
features.
No.
Not at all.
Ah, come
If you
on.
look up
Now you're just trying to
CDL,
guilt
Call
yourself,
of Duty
man.
League,
No way.
Toronto, or just Toronto Ultra Insight images, whoa, it's kind of similar. But
I'm not shaving just so you could see it. If
Yeah.
you see a photo, you just have it. So.
we already did that earlier this year. Anyway, FaZe losing to Minnesota Rocker. It wasn't close. Like, it wasn't a game 5. It was a 3-1. Rocker over FaZe.
Yeah.
Stunned me.
Well,
Well-
still LAN, right?
No.
No, it's not LAN anymore.
Wait, land in person. Yes, it is now.
Then
Yeah.
that's probably the reason. I mean, there's those
Yes.
people who are like
yes.
playing with internet connection issues. You know, somebody has better ping than the other. I mean, I feel like as soon as LAN comes around, which it's been around, I feel like for a little bit now, you're gonna see those people who were good at LAN start peeking out again.
Right. See, that's my question. Did like Call of Duty League used to do LAN for just games, like home series? Or is it always just the major?
It was everything.
It was every.
It was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the home series would be in the home city of.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy because then you have people like flying to London for a competition and then flying to Paris. Or
Yeah.
That's so cool.
What was that? There was a. Oh, what is it called? Not PAX. There was like a convention that Call of Duty people would go to, and League of Legends. They would like all have it in the same convention, but every league for different games would be in different areas of the building. And they would have like their big stage, sort of like Overwatch League does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like separated in 2 halves, and it's like, oh, this color is for
Yeah.
this team, this color is for that
Yep.
team. I forget the con.
I don't remember either.
Oh man,
But I know what you're talking
Is
about.
it like
I have
X
seen that.
something?
X Games or I don't remember, dude.
X
not
Games,
X
no.
It's something with X. I don't know.
I guess kind of transferring to some more competitive video game topics. Yours truly, Keaton and Frankie took second in a Warzone tournament yesterday.
Hey.
That's our first top 3 finish in a Warzone tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're usually just a 4th place team.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
I have a reasoning as to why I think that happened, though.
For which one? Because we played a couple now.
The second place one.
Oh,
Oh, our
Yesterday.
second place?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yesterday, it was a flex start, so it could have been 12. It would start at noon and went to like 6 p.m. So you had any hour and a half in there you could choose to play. And Keaton and I got on like around noon to start warming up, and the servers went down.
Oh, it was terrible.
And the flex start trios or duos tournament started at noon.
it was weird because that same day Snapchat went down.
Yeah. So the people in our division who played at noon only got like an hour to play because the servers were down for a half hour. So I was like, yo, we probably just skamaz this whole thing because most of our
So-
competition didn't even get a full hour and a half.
It's not a. I would say it's a win, but not a
Not a
win.
full blown
Like,
win. Like,
Well, I don't know. I don't know how many teams played during that time.
5. Like it was like half.
Oh.
So,
But-
give me
Because
the
then there was
credits.
2 that
Gimme,
played
gimme.
with us and then 2 that played after us. Or something.
Because, I
like
mean,
that.
we played it on Z League, and with Z League, it's every kill's a point, and then from first place to 10th place team
As a point.
is a point, flip. So first place gets 10, second place gets 9, and it keeps going down.
Jeez.
And so one of our games, we had 28 points, and
Which all could have.
so we had 22 kills and then we got third place, so 7 points.
Yeah.
So something like we had a good amount of kills. We had a 28-point game,
Right.
and then it was kind of a dry streak of just like bad games, and then we got to the final game, and we just knew that like the first place had 44 points, and we just needed to get 16 to tie with them, and 16 is like so easy from what like we normally get just playing duos. So we're like, we just have to get 20 points. That'd be so easy, and we'd be set.
That game was so scuffed, that last
It
one.
was very scuffed, but then we ended up winning that game, and in total we had 51 points.
Yeah, all together. I don't remember what happened that last game, but we had like Googe or something came back and landed farmland,
Yeah.
and there was like little to no loot. We were just running around, and then we found these 2 random loadouts on the ground.
Yeah.
One was like an AMAX Car 98, and the other one was like an MP5 Car 98.
they were
The gods
terrible.
were like, I see what you're doing.
Right.
Here, take some
So
stuff.
then we just kind of like slow pushed everything because like at that point we just had to play for points.
Yeah.
And we ended up like getting into the thick of it downtown with the rest of the players left, and got everybody. I went down, unfortunately, because guy deadied up the behind us, and I was like, yo, Keaton, we have to watch this. I turn around, I'm scanning just for like 20 seconds, and I'm just beamed from behind because you were watching the ladder, and I wasn't checking that behind me, even though I just said that. But you clutched up. You got the dub.
So then we were at 51 points, and then so we were ahead of the team with 44.
Right, so
that was
we
the
were
highest
in
one.
first, and then the team started like at 3,
Yeah,
something like that, and
something.
they finished at 430, and they got 54.
Yeah, so I knew the numbers we were pulling were good.
Yeah.
Because, like, granted, somebody could drop 230s, which, again, like, technically isn't that hard. Like, because you could easily, in duos, drop, let's say 2 people drop 12. That's pretty easy. So then you're at 24, and then you only have to get, like, 5th place, and then you're at 30.
Right.
So, like, it's not hard. It's just unfortunate when stars don't align within that an hour and a half that you have.
And I know for a fact that we, on the daily, if we are playing, we'll drop a million times better games than we do in tourneys.
It's
and
very
so
sad just how it
frustrating.
rocks that way.
Yeah. But I think that's going to wrap up our sports and esports conversation for today. Ryan, I know you've got some wacky topics in that phone of yours. Let's kind of try to keep it on Earth today.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so The Incredibles, the movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Incredibles.
Who's the hero of Incredibles?
The dad. I don't know
You
his
think
name.
oh god, Bob.
Bob.
Well, at the end, isn't it the whole family?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, but
technically.
originally it's Bob. Elastigirl.
Wrong.
Edna.
It's Edna.
Yeah, dude, this is just
You know
weird.
why?
man.
And Edna in this movie is the one that creates all of the superhero
This is
suits.
This is true.
So
She lived and she learned, though,
right.
from suit to suit. No capes.
No capes.
No capes.
No
But
capes.
when Bob, or the dad of the Incredibles, goes to get a super suit, he
Where's
goes
my super suit?
he goes in. Is like, I was really thinking about a cape. She goes, no capes, and then shows the reasons of just the capes being sucked into engines and all the bad things with capes. And then they're like, okay, so he got a suit without a cape. And then the movie goes on, and then
Spoilers.
spoilers if you haven't seen Incredibles. I don't know
Yeah,
why
no.
you
Gosh.
I don't know why you haven't, but go do it.
But there's this kid at the beginning of the movie that wants to be just like Mr. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, I'm your sidekick. But, Mr. Incredible works alone.
Right.
And then eventually this sidekick, what's his name? Not the actual villain name, but
Oh, I don't remember.
okay, well this kid
Chucky.
It looks like Chucky.
this kid goes to Edna to get a suit. She sees something wrong in him and puts a cape on his suit.
Oh, wow.
And at the end of the movie, he gets sucked into an engine.
Such a
And this-
horrid death for a
Yeah.
kids movie.
Yeah,
But, like,
honestly.
Edna, the G, just
How do you know
saved-
Edna gave that to her or to him?
There's no other. She made every superhero super suit.
But he's not a superhero. He's a villain.
Exactly. So she saw something bad in him and gave him a cape.
But what if she didn't? What if she didn't give
And
him
he
the suit?
probably would lose eventually.
Yeah, it's the suit.
Lose eventually. That's what I know. I have a funny story. I did the emceeing for the high school Star Search this past May. I think it was May, maybe early June. But you guys remember Star Search, right? It was the choir competition. And it was back when I had my long hair and I had a headband on. And it kind of just like cropped down my face. And I got like done after like my opening thing and went on stage and they're doing their opening number. And I get a message off my phone, and it was a friend of mine who was in choir with me to graduate like 2 years before me. No words, nothing, just a picture of Edna.
Why?
Because my hair
Oh,
looks like her. And I was like, dude, why?
Let's go.
Like I'm trying to go out there,
funny.
be funny and like
Cosplay.
friendly, and I just get shut down.
That's so
It was a
funny.
joke though. It was fine. It was funny. But I got Edna and Farquaad a lot in the last couple months, and I'm like, you know what? I can't tell you that you're wrong, but
You guys want to hear some crazy, human facts?
are they good facts?
how much time we got?
They're not that bad.
Like 10 minutes.
You know, you can't.
We could
Speak,
end this early.
you can't speak through your nose, or you can't speak while inhaling through your nose.
Yeah, I've tried this already in front of my phone on TikTok. It's bad.
Yeah,
Don't want to recreate
it's
that.
actually. Go ahead, try it.
No, I tried.
It's bad.
Actually impossible to breathe
I believe
into your
you.
nose.
No,
and
I just kind of. Yeah, there's no way I could talk. I'm not even trying to. I just know that I couldn't.
And I have one more. You can't swallow saliva more than 3 times.
This one's so false.
It depends
can
on the person.
I can literally
Your
do
body
it.
stops you on the 3rd time.
I can do it so many times in a row.
And
Okay, I
it's-
did. I did 4, but it
it's-
took me a second.
Yeah, it's like your mouth is just like, oh yeah, I'll salivate, but as soon as you swallow it enough, it's just I'm done.
Stop, because
I literally
that-
just did it like 10 times.
Well, I mean, you could easily be okay. My mouth is full of saliva, and then just okay, I'm gonna take this little bit.
No,
and
I-
drink it, and then
My mouth is literally dry. Like
I've swallowed 4 times with
I'm just
struggle. I struggled to swallow the 4th time,
that one's bogus.
but I got it down.
I have a Disney theory, or I have no, screw that. That's going for somewhere else. Have you guys ever heard of the world serpent before?
The
You
world.
told me about this.
Yeah, the world serpent. Greek mythology, I'm pretty sure he's from.
How do you know it's a he?
Uh,
I don't serpents have different body parts depending on the.
Hey.
all right.
All
Well,
right. Anywho,
So
moving
the
forward.
world serpent. I forget his language. Nobody.
Greek.
No. He speaks a specific language that barely anybody can speak in this like realm.
Ancient
or
Sith.
whatever. No.
yo, you have any more Packer facts? Or-
I do. I have plenty of things I could
Let's keep
say.
going, Ryan.
So okay, so he can't. He speaks this language that nobody understands. There's a few people that can understand his language. This world
Harry Potter.
serpent is as long as
What's it called? Tossel tongue? Tossel?
Something tongue.
Tonsil? Possil?
Oh my gosh, I can't think of it.
It's like possil tongue or something like
I
that.
don't even know what you guys are saying.
Talking about Harry Potter. I'm sorry we interrupted
Oh,
you.
Jeez. So the
I gotta look
world
it up.
serpent is so long that he can wrap himself around the planet and bite his tongue or bite his tail. Did you know? That's crazy, dude.
And what of it? Why are we talking
That
about
is
this?
insane.
But we
But
don't even...
the idea of this serpent,
Parcel tongue.
Parcel tongue.
the idea of this huge serpent that can wrap itself around the planet and bite its tail.
Yeah, Saturn's
that's
got one of those.
What?
Saturn's got a ring.
Dude, all right.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe like
Uh-huh.
Greek astrologers were like, "Yo, I see the ring on that planet over there." I'm not sure if they had telescopes that can look that far. I'm
Wait.
just thinking out of my butt.
I'm
here,
so big Greek brain right
but-
now.
Jeez.
Maybe that serpent, made all the valleys on Earth, and that's how they were trying to explain it. And so then the serpent one day left Earth and then went to Saturn.
Right.
But now, it's just Saturn's ring.
Paul
and so
Bunyan
people
made
are
the
like,
lakes,
that's what
man.
that is,
Paul Bunyan made the lakes, man. That's all I know.
So, hey, to me, that actually, like, if I was Greek,
You're
way
telling
back
me
then,
the
that
world
kind of makes
serpent
sense.
Made the Grand Canyon.
Possibly.
Hey, those are your new glasses, Ryan. I love those.
Sheesh.
That's something funny I need to say before this ends. For an entire week, Ryan glasses broke, so he lost the side of his glasses. He was walking around normal life with just one half of his glasses. It was normal, and I was like,
Yeah.
Ryan, you got to take care of that. And he was. He's just waiting for it to ship, but they look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do they, because you've had them for a little bit now, are you adjusted to them?
Oh yeah, yeah. When I first had them on, it was just like, oh my god, everything is just weird. And then after I think the last 3 hours of having them on, it was like, okay, I can deal with this.
Yeah, I told you guys
This
about
is
this the
so much
other
better.
night that whenever I get a new pair of glasses, I have to tilt my lenses
Yeah.
because everything looks like a fishbowl.
Mm.
And everything's kind of rounded and wonky, and I'm like, this is wrong. My eyes are not supposed to look this way.
The place where I went to get my glasses almost scammed me.
Yeah. Told us
So
that.
I went to pick them up. We got a phone call. They're like, "Oh, your glasses are ready." So then we picked them up. I went in, and they always are like, oh yeah, just try them on, see if they need to make any adjustments or anything. So I put these pair on. I was like, oh, these are pretty nice. They feel good. And then she goes, okay, we won't touch those then.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 2 pairs.
Mm-hmm.
$280 for glasses is stupid.
Yeah.
But I put the second pair
Capitalism.
on, and I'm like, I go, oh, there's a scratch in this one. And she goes, oh, I'm surprised you saw that. I'm like, what do you mean you're surprised that you knew about it? She was like, well, I was cleaning them and I thought I got it. I guess it was a scratch. I'm like, well, okay, you saw it and you weren't going to tell me about it. You were just going to let me walk out with the scratch on my lens.
Well,
She goes, oh, I mean, if you want them returned, I'm like, yes, I want them returned.
No, I like the scratch. It
Like,
it
gives
looks
it
nice.
character.
Yeah.
Like, I have issues before with the old glasses.
Whoa.
I dropped them before. What?
you're being discriminatory against, and that's not a word. You're being mean to your glasses. You can't expect everything to be perfect, Ryan. I'm sure you have scratches on your body.
Yo, fam, when I pay for glasses, they better be pristine.
That's true.
It's like
We
going.
pay that much just it's a need. I need to see. Why am I paying this
It's
much?
like going to like Walmart and it's like you're going down the aisle. Oh, I need ketchup. This one's got a dent in it. I'm putting it back. You want to pay for what you get.
This one's got a worm in it. I'm taking that one back.
Can't believe you guys don't get like contacts or something.
I have contacts. I just don't wear them.
Cause
They're difficult for me.
whenever I wear sunglasses, I just don't like being able to see like the tops and like
Like seeing
around.
a square on your eyes.
Well, just that,
You
but
get
like
used to it.
seeing like the normal everything else on the outside, like
Mhm.
I feel like that would kind of just tick me off if I were to like wear glasses all the time.
I mean,
So like
yeah,
I would
when you
do
first
contacts. I
start-
wouldn't do LASIK or whatever.
Why not?
That would.
I-
I would rather do LASIK than
Me
have
too.
contacts.
Me too.
I don't know. To
One and
me,
done.
because maybe like the technology of that is like way better than what I remember it in terms
There's
of
no earthquakes.
I would be so afraid of
LASIK.
getting LASIK and then your eyes again worsening over time and then there's nothing you can do about it.
Right. Get
'Cause if I-
surgery again.
Because yeah, like if you get glasses, then they can update your prescription. I don't know if they can
Well,
do that with LASIK.
With LASIK, your eyes are going to be better for a certain amount of time. They're not going to be better forever. They're going to deteriorate again.
Yeah.
So eventually, you're going to have to get glasses again.
So
But
then I would
that'll be
just-
further down the line in your life.
I just
when
rather
you're
stick
older.
with glasses then.
Yeah, so it's like when you first put glasses on when you're a kid, you're just like, and this happened with me. I put them on. I'm like, I can see, but yeah, the edges are really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you get used to it, and you just sort of your brain sort of just blocks them out. Because
Just
you're
get,
looking
like-
You
through the
forget they're
center.
there.
Just get like safety goggles prescribed. You have the entire thing on your face.
I wear mine so close to my eyes that I don't tell it they're there.
Go ahead and see how
People,
blind
I have
am.
been hearing this all my life. People are like, "You wear your glasses so close to your eyes." I'm like, "You don't? This is just how I do it." Yo, you look like a nerd, man.
I'm
Hey
blind.
guys.
You see that? That's
What's your number? Do
crazy.
you have your prescription number?
Well, I just know it got 4 times worse when I got these.
Because Amani's is like 7 to 8, or like 6 to 7 to 8, something like that. But she's legally blind.
I would say I'm not actually legally blind. Everything that I'm looking at, like if I'm looking at the camera, I know where the camera is. I know it's a camera.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't know it was, I would just see a
Same.
mass of colors.
I get you. I get you.
So
I
it's stupid.
at least the last time I went to get my eyes checked, Robert didn't need glasses or anything.
Well,
And
drop something.
well, and like I shouldn't need glasses,
Mhm.
but I kind of feel like my far sightness or whatever distance is kind of deteriorating, and so maybe one day I'll
Get
need
Harry
them.
Potter ones.
Join
But
us.
Join us. Join
no,
the club.
then I just get contacts.
Join the Glasses Club. Anyway, folks, I think that's gonna wrap up our 8th episode on the Catch Glimpse podcast. It kind of went everywhere
Everywhere,
at the
yeah.
end there, but it's fun. It gets you a nice variety of things to talk about. If you guys did enjoy this podcast, be sure to like this video, drop a comment. If you want to talk to us, we'd love to talk with you. Anything you want to talk about, we'll bring it up on the podcast. We'd love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to communicate with you. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned on Spotify and iTunes for our future podcast episodes, 7 o'clock on there, 4:30 on YouTube. Stay tuned for our Wednesday 4:30 uploads, our weekly content videos. We do so many. We have so much fun with it. But yeah, like I said, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode. Crouton, Ruan, and Franquito Banana. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.